through to me. I just said, "Hey, what do you think?" And she said, "Quantifying your impact." And I didn't even I looked it up a little bit, but I wanted to get that from Debbie first and just say, what does that mean? I mean, quantifying your impact. I think I know, knowing you and being the author of the Mentorship Edge, that fabulous book. But quantifying your impact. What exactly were you talking about with that? Where are we going with this one today?
So most people want to make impact, right? They want to feel like their footprint matters in the world. If you watch It's a Wonderful Life, he didn't know he made any impact on people till, the end. And he saw the whole community said, wow, you've changed our community, you've changed our lives. Most of us don't know how to quantify our impact. And we wait for people to tell us if there's been change, but people generally don't do that. So I think it's really important for us to figure out the impact that we make. And it's not hard. We just don't do it. So we mentor all the time. We volunteer all the time. We donate all the time in various ways. We're all philanthropists, just, you don't have to put your name on a building to be a philanthropist. So we're always doing things, but we never take the time to quantify it. And when we do, it makes us do it more, and it makes us understand how valuable we all are in the world.
So if we quantify it, let me understand if I got this right. Let me reset this real quick. Dr. Debbie's here. It's our season 15 kickoff, everybody. Quantifying your impact. And you know that Dr. Debbie we get into some very deep topics when it comes to psychology, and this is our favorite topic on the radio program is just traditional mental health advocacy. But doing things and then quantifying them, it's like having a little bit of a scoreboard that
Yeah.
shows you your small wins. And it's like, and I'm a huge small wins guy. So am I thinking the right thing?
Yes, you are. So how many times have you, say, gone to the grocery store and rounded up for a charity, and you maybe gave 6 cents and you say, oh, whatever, and you shake it off? Well, you and the, thousands of other people that have done that just changed something. You made impact. Every little thing that you do that is a tiny win should never be sloughed off as nothing or taken for granted. Because when I was CEO of the Mentor Project, I was for 8 years. I was able to see when people knew, wow, we gave out $3.5 million of mentorship hours in a year. Um, that made them realize in 7 countries, that made them realize how much of an impact. We were able to quantify how many times a person mentored, for how long. And then the neatest thing is to see what is the progress of the person that you mentored. And so as long as you're able to do that, you can say to yourself at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, I did not realize how much I made an impact in the world. I gave in these many ways, financially. I gave in terms of support, maybe even online when you're liking people's things. It doesn't have to be big, making nice comments, pushing things out in a big way. You might be volunteering somewhere and not giving yourself credit for it. Oh, it's just something I do. I am guaranteeing you have mentored someone and you're not giving yourself credit for it. So if we can start quantifying our impact, it's going to make us want to do it more.
So basically, let's reset this thing, Deb, for people who maybe he just joined us. And we talk about all this mentorship stuff that with you all the time in your book, and let's weave the mentorship book into this whole process. Did the quantifying your impact topic, did it come to you during the Mentorship Edge writing? Did it come to you post? Is this a new thing that we're going to be doing? Is a new book we're going to be working on? What's the whole impact of this whole thing, this theme?
So it is, there's a part of it that's written about that. It's called The Legacy Tree, and it is based on Bob Lefkowitz. He was someone who won a Nobel Prize in 2012 for chemistry. And he said to himself, wow, how did a guy from the Bronx, end up getting a Nobel Prize? What made me get this over somebody else? So he made a legacy tree that looked like Ancestry.com's, legacy with humans that are your ancestors. He made one with humans that are your mentors. And it looks just like a family tree, but with your mentors. And what he did was he published this. So we had his mentors above him, then where he was and some people that were lateral to him and a couple of mentees. And he published that, because he wanted to show his legacy tree with regard to mentorship. And he went to a conference, and when he got there, somebody came up to him and said, "Hey, Bob, I'm 6 degrees Lefkowitz." And Bob said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Well, I'm 6 degrees away from you. 5 people between you and me have worked on the work that you started." And he said, "Well, what are you working on?" And the guy told him, and Bob was floored. He said it was the most impactful moment, other than like his children and wife, that he's ever had, because he knew what kind of impact he made. His work went out 6 degrees and it wasn't finished. He was able to hear his own words in what this person was saying, and his own work, which had made itself, snowballed out way beyond where he started it. So I really wanted to take that idea and allow everyone to be able to quantify their own impact by seeing their own legacy tree. So I've decided to create a company called My Legacy Tree, where a person can quantify their mentoring impact. Most of us never even realize who comes after an immediate person that we mentor. We may even mentor somebody and then think, "Oh my gosh, I don't know, did I even mentor that person?" People will say, "Oh, I just helped someone." And a lot of people, the way that you can think of it for yourself is, if you have Thanksgiving coming up, do you know what happens in Thanksgiving? Or do you walk in the door and you're like, "I wonder what's going to happen this year. I wonder what we're eating. I wonder what it's going to smell like. I wonder what's happening." Well, that's mentorship that's passed down from generation to generation, where people eat the same foods, you smell the same smells, but no one ever gives credit to anybody for, doing that and seeing the impact that gets passed down within families. So most of us think impact is work related, but we're never going to remember the accountant Bob 300 years from now, but you'll remember your religion, you'll remember your culture, your values, the traditions, the smells, the holidays, everything like that. And that's something that if we can quantify our impact, we can even know within our families how we are making the next generations flow with what came from us.
He says, "I've already been with Debbie." I'm like, "Good for you. I mean, she's a good guest and she's great." So how are you doing with all of this stuff now? What is it? Is it a plan to be a book, or is it, because I would love to
No.
see like the students that we've all connected with. You and I both have connected with lots and lots of students, and I connect with them on Facebook a lot, and I see what they're doing all over the place. A lot of them I'm still in touch with. Many, many, many young people all over the place. What's the mechanics behind this?
So I'm in the development phase of creating an app that people can use both at work and personally to develop your own legacy tree, so that you can plug people in. You'll be able to target, put your legacy tree. You'd be the root, just like you would if it was for ancestors. And that as you do that, you're able to connect in a social way, as well as find out what your impact is. When somebody else comes in, they can say, "Oh yeah, Tom mentored me." You may not even realize it, but that person can connect with you in that way. So
I
it's
had a young man, but how does that tie into the Mentorship Edge?
the Mentorship Edge was really written to show what mentorship is and isn't. It's really been sort of hijacked by corporate America to think that mentorship is something that you do at work, and that, it's a part of your job. And that's not what it is. I mean, you can get mentorship at work. That is part of it. But mentorship is really the way that we make our footprint in the world. So the Mentorship Edge is showing how we can quantify the mentorship that we have, identify the mentorship that we do that we don't even realize we're doing. There's lateral mentorship and hierarchical mentorship. So when people read the book, they're able to see how engaged they already are and how they can plug into areas that they didn't even realize were right there, sort of staring them in the face as opportunities for mentorship. So the idea of My Legacy Tree came from this knowledge that I had from running the Mentor Project and writing the book, The Mentorship Edge, and realizing that mentors need to know what impact they've made. it is a very lonely space, and it almost feels exploitative if we think that we are going to ask for mentorship from someone and we don't even think, what do they get out of it? What they get out of it, the mentors, is knowing that they're making a footprint in the world and that they've made impact. So my legacy tree is to really show each person how you can find your own impact. You can quantify it, you can list it, it'll show you all your connections that you have. So we don't have to rely on a family tree, that is people that we've never met in our past. These are all people that we've impacted or been impacted by. And it shows how you can really make your own impact in the world. And that's where it came from. Everything with the Mentor Project, because as soon as we started quantifying the mentorship hours that people were doing, it was like a light switch got turned on and people said, wow, I didn't realize that much was getting done. Oh, we made so much change. We didn't just change a person, we changed a community. That ripple effect that we all, forget is there, that ripples out well beyond you, the next person, that it goes so far out and so deep that as soon as you can quantify that, it makes you feel like you are unstoppable.
The kid blew me off last year because he was embarrassed. This year he came back to me and he wants to be part of, he calls Sandy Mama Sandy. Unbelievable guy. Unbelievable. What do you think about that one?
I love it. We all have the ability to choose the legacy that we want to make for ourselves. And we often think that we have to wait till the end of life and it has to be financial. And it's not. When we remember people, we don't remember their money. We remember how they made us feel. We remember what they taught us. We remember those kinds of things. So if we can start to think about who we want to impact and how, then I think that that's going to really make us all feel much more connected in the world.
Give people a quick impression of what you thought the Jerry Lewis telethon was.
Well, it was back when those telethons were on television and there were like rows and rows of telephones, and he would be talking and you would hear the phones ring and people would pick it up and take the donations. But seeing other people make impact made me say, oh my gosh, I'd like to be making a phone call like I was a kid. But that was the sort of thing that as soon as you see impact being made, you want to be part of that train. And that's what his telethon did, was you got to see and hear people making impact. You got to see the people pick up the phone and, take down the donation that somebody was giving. And that is really remarkable to be able to have that. That's where we all jump on that train of impact.
I had kind of forgotten about that whole the row of phones, the audible ring of the phones and all of that. Nowadays, it's because everything's instantaneous with the internet that we will never have that again. And so, kind of glad I thought that one up. That's a good one to kind of reflect back on it for you younger folks that are out there. Just go to YouTube and look up Jerry Lewis Telethon and look at this crazy guy who he did not have to do that. I mean, he was a very, very successful actor and comedian, just huge. And he did this thing.
Also, look at the web of it, right? He did that. He brought in those millions of dollars by doing the telethon, but every one of those $1 donations added up to those $1 million. So when a person was calling in and saying, I'll give $1, they were not an insignificant donation. That donation was what every time a person said, I'm going to give something small that I can give, that $1, it added up to millions of dollars.
Millions.
That was what I liked about it, was you could see what tiny impacts did to, with the ice bucket challenge that was on, the social media for a while. They have had those sorts of things that have brought in money for causes. All of those are the sorts of things that require just a tiny amount from each person that compound and make huge impact.
Just an idea that's out there. Deb, give me a 30-second takeaway from this one, or I'm going to wrap this show.
I think that everyone should know that they make impact in the world. There's no one who doesn't. And if you can start to quantify even the tiniest little things that you do that you think are insignificant, you will see that your impact is far greater than you ever thought. So think of yourself as the root of a family tree, and you are creating impact every single day.
I made it through that episode without crying. Without her, guests like her, it ain't happening. Dr. Debbie, she's the bomb. I love this legacy, my legacy tree thing she's working on. I knew she had something going on, and she told me this topic. It's like, okay. So I'm on board. We got to just continue to make impact in people's lives. That's all there is to it. And you know what? Things happen sometimes with people. Don't let it suck you down. Don't ever let the negative energy suck you down, because life is too great and it's too short. So enjoy it. Okay. Until next time, everybody. Remember to subscribe, do all those good things, like, send us a note, topics, guests, hit the contact box, however you want to do it. You've been watching, listening to the Tom Matt Show. I'm Papa Tom. Peace out, everybody. Love y'all. Have a great day.